Alright, Shalom. I want to give all praise and honor. I want to give all praise and honor and infinite glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakak Wadash. I want to give double honor to the apostle and elders at Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to you brothers and sisters out there. And your brother Zion coming back at you with another quick lesson. Today we're going to go into Matthew. We're going to go into discipline and prayer, because this just kind of caught my eye. This is Matthew 18 and 15. Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee, go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone. If he shall hear thee, those hast gained thy brother. Yup, Khan. So if y'all having a disagreement, y'all supposed to talk that out, Not, talk to other people about it. You're supposed to talk that out. This is verse 16. But he will not hear thee, then take with thee one or two more, that in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses every word may be established. God. This is verse 17. If he shall neglect to hear them, tell it unto the church. But if he neglect to hear the church, let him be unto thee as a heathen man and a publican. As a heathen man, that means cast it out from the truth. Cast it out from the truth. That's what that means. Let's see. Matthew 18:18. Verily I say unto you, whatsoever you shall bind on earth shall be bound in heaven, and whatsoever you shall loose on earth shall be loosed in heaven. Verse 19. And again I say unto you, if two or you shall agree on earth as touching anything that shall not that they shall ask, it shall be done for them in heaven. This is verse 19. Again I say unto you, that if 2 of you shall agree on earth as touching anything that they shall ask, it shall be done for them of my Father which is in heaven. Verse 20. For where 2 or 3 are gathered together in my name, there I am in the midst of them. When 2 or 3 brothers are gathered together, they basically call it a church, They call it a church. And this is in red letter, so this is Yahushua speaking, by the way. But if you go down onto forgiveness, like I was saying, this is a forgiveness, That's a lot. I'm up here just worn out from work, I'm just trying to do this lesson real quick. But Salakia. This is Matthew 8:19-21. Then came Peter to him and said, Lord, how oft shall my brother sin against me, and I forgive him? Till 7 times? Verse 22, Yahushua said unto him, I say unto thee, until 70 times, but until 70 times 70. So yeah. This is verse 23. Therefore the kingdom of heaven is likened unto a certain king which would take account of his servants. Verse 24. When he had begun to reckon, one was brought unto him which owed him 10,000 talents. Verse 25, but for as much as he had not paid, his Lord commanded him to be sold, and his wife and children, and all they had in payment to be made. This is Matthew 18:26. The servant therefore fell down. Yeah, so but basically, Salaki, I'm up here tired as I don't know what. But basically, what that's saying, Matthew 18:22, that's basically saying that that you're supposed to forgive brothers, really, until otherwise, really, because it's no time limit on that, because if you saying that, then that means you basically saying the Lord shall forgive you a certain amount of times and then destroy you, and that's not the case. But yeah, this is verse 24. I already read 23. And when he had begun to reckon, one was brought unto him, which owed him 10,000 talents. Verse 25, but for as much as he not to pay, his Lord commanded him to be sold, and his wife and his children, and that he shall, in all that he had in payment to be made. Verse 26, the servant therefore fell down and worshipped him, saying, Lord, have patience with me, and I will pay thee all. Verse 27, the Lord of that servant was moved with compassion and loosed him and forgave him the debt. This is verse 28. But the servant went out and found one of his fellow servants, which was owed him 100 pieces. And he laid hands on him and took him by the throat, saying, pay me thou owest. So that's like, pay me what you owe. That's basically what that's saying. Verse 29. And his fellow servant fell down at his feet and besought him, saying, have patience with me, and I will pay thee all. Verse 30. And he would not, but went and cast him into the prison till he shall pay the debt. Verse 31. To where the fellow servant saw what was done, they were very sorry and command and told unto the Lord all that was done. This is Matthew 18:32. Then his Lord, after that he had called him, said unto him, O thou wicked servant, I forgave thee all the debt, because thou desirest me. Verse 33. Shouldest not thou also have compassion on thy fellow servant, even as I had pitied thee? This is Matthew 18:30. And he would not, but went and cast him unto prison till he shall pay the debt. Verse 31. So when his fellow servants saw what was done, they were very sorry, and came and told unto their Lord all that. Let's see. Alright, this is Matthew 18:32. Then his Lord after that had called him and said unto him, O thou wicked servant, I forgave thee all the debt, because thou desirest me, Verse 33, shouldest not thou have had compassion on thy fellow servant, even as I had pity on thee? Verse 34, and his Lord was wroth and delivered him to the tormentors. Tormentors. This is 34, and his Lord was known. I already read that. Matthew 18:35. So likewise shall my heavenly Father do also unto you, if ye from your hearts forgive not everyone. Hold on, because I'm up here. Hold on, y'all. Let me come back. Let me get myself together. Hold on.